ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ ਮਾਮਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਮੇਲਾਨੀ ਜੋਲੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੂਸ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਹੋਰ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਸਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਪ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ 'ਚ ਰੂਸ ਦੇ ਰਾਜਦੂਤ ਨੂੰ ਤਲਬ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਰੂਸ 'ਚ ਹੋਏ ਕਤਲੇਆਮ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ।
Well, there's a level of inhumanity in what we've seen in Bucha that first and foremost cannot go unpunished. That's exactly why Canada is petitioning the International Criminal Court, and we're also providing expertise to make sure that the investigation is ongoing and ongoing fast. Why? Because we need to collect the evidence, and those who committed these war crimes and crimes against humanity must be held to account. And our goal is to make sure that Ukrainians are able to defend themselves and that we're putting maximum pressure on the Russian regime. Our goal is to suffocate the Russian regime. And so by making weapons available to Ukrainians and by having strong sanctions, we think that this is the best way not only for Ukrainians to be strong on the battlefield, but meanwhile also to make sure that they have a strong position at the negotiation table. We think that we have to all do our part. Canada has been providing lethal weapon and humanitarian aid to Ukraine, and we'll continue to do that. I'll be working with my colleague, Minister of Defense, on this. And meanwhile, I must say, on the question of sanctions, so we welcome the sanctions package that has been expressed by the EU. We'll continue to coordinate with our European colleagues. Meanwhile, yesterday, Canada announced new sanctions, and we will, in the coming days, announce more sanctions. Our goal is to make sure that there's no loopholes, that there's complete unity, and that we can make sure to put a lot of pressure, maximum pressure on the Russian regime, just like I just mentioned. And I think the other thing also I wanted to mention is Canada is very seized with what happened over the weekend, like mentioned, and my deputy minister, so I instructed my deputy minister to summon the Russian ambassador in Ottawa to make sure that he is presented with the images of what happened in Irpin and Bucha. Because we know that the situation in Mariupol is extremely dire. We know that people need to have access to food and to clean water. I think at this point, Russia knows very well where Canada stands. And we are there to make sure that no more civilian lives are lost due to this unjustifiable, unconscionable further invasion of Ukraine by Russia. We've supported Ukrainians in their call to make sure that there is a humanitarian corridor. Unfortunately, because of the bad faith of Russians, this has not been upheld, and we call Russia to make sure that they can offer a form of security to civilians in Mariupol.